Good morning, friends. Chirasi proudly presents House Property and Tax, presented by Rajendran Sivaramapillai, formerly Advisor Bank, Nagar. It's always a dream for everyone to purchase a plot and construct a house or purchase a flat already constructed in nearby urban town. Many of us ensure that the documents connected with the purchase of house or plots are registered, but many fail to pay the relevant taxes periodically. This video explains all aspects connected with purchase and construction of plot. Basically, there are 4 types of land. Number 1, rural, village or urban approved plots for house. Number 2, Nattam or Porambok. This is a government land and this is not eligible for any finance from institute. Number 3, agricultural land. Agricultural lands are not eligible for constructing house. Number 4, temple land and lands belonging to port trust, also not eligible for finance purposes but under special tie-up agreement. Now, let us see the connected important document. The first and basic document is the original title deed which one has executed with the seller of the property, and also the mother document which the seller is in possession over the years, and these 2 documents, the original title deed for the property and the second one is the mother document and connected documents with the original title. The second important document is the Patta. This is also called as ROR document or record of rights in government books. This gives the title of ownership for that particular land. Number 3 is the Chitta and Adangal, which indicates the extent of area as well as the type of crops cultivated. And number 4 is the nil encumbrance certificate for the last 13 years and also copy of the revenue receipt paid. Now, let us see clearly. First is Patta. As soon as the purchase of the land is completed and registered, the Patta, which is in the name of the seller, is to be transferred in the name of the buyer. But many people have not followed up subsequently and hence the Patta stands in the name of the seller. So the first thing we have to ensure is whether Patta has been transferred in your name. 2 things are to be remembered very clearly. Number 1, government introduced e-Patta 2 to 3 years back and recently they have uploaded all the documents in the company. That means we need to ensure that the Patta for the house which is constructed is in our name. So, because at the time of computerization, they sent notices to all houses to submit a copy of the original title deeds as well as all the nil encumbrance and all the certificates, but many people have failed to do so. Also, an allotment of resurvey number. So, we need to see whether the Patta is in our name, and number 2, whether the survey number is the same survey number or it is a different number. So, how to verify that Patta? Now, this has been made very simple. Without going to the sub-registrar's office, we can see this in online. Please, in your computer, in your laptop, please enter this site eservices.tn.gov.in. It will take you to the Department of Survey and Settlement site of Government of Tamil Nadu. If you come down in that, you will find that few things are very important. Number 1, the Patta and Chitta for rural and Nattam areas, and for the house properties in urban area, it is TSLR extract. This means Town Survey Land Record Extract. As we are now focusing on urban areas, please select this option TSLR extract. The moment you click TSLR extract, it will ask you the name of the district. For example, I am taking the district of Kanyakumari for explanation. So you find all the districts listed in the down arrow. So when you click the down arrow, you will find names of all the districts. Select the appropriate district where your house property is located. Then if in the next column, you go for the taluk. For example, in Kanyakumari district, there are 3 taluks: Agasthiswaram, Kalkulam, and Vilavankodu. So Nagarkoil town comes under Agasthiswaram Taluk. Once we have selected Agasthiswaram Taluk, next one is the town. So in this Nagarkoil town, because it belongs to Agasthiswaram, we have selected. You will find the Nagarkoil town is divided into 4 areas. One is Nagarkoil, the second one is Nindakarai, the third one is Vadaseri, and the fourth one is Vadiviswaram. That means Nagarkoil North, Nagarkoil South, Nindagarai East, Vadaseri East, Vadaseri South, Vadaseri West, Vadiviswaram North, and Vadiviswaram South. Once you have selected that, the next slide, it will give you the option. Under this, the ward has to be selected. This ward is different from the ward number 1 to 50 or 60 normally awarded. For the purpose of land survey, the wards are divided into alphabets. And so, for example, if the plot is situated near collector office area, then you will have to select Nagarkoil Ward P. Once you select Ward P, then it will show you the number of divisions in Ward P. Whichever the plot survey number, if it is P20 or 30 or 40, you select that number. Then comes the town survey number P. Suppose if your plot is P20 bar 10, you select the 10 here and the subdivision is given as 0, and in the authentication value, whatever the formula given, just do the mathematical answer and submit. It will now give you the E-Patta, which is a comprehensive Patta including the earlier manual Patta, Chitta, and Adangal. This includes all the 3. As you can see, it will have the name of the locality, new number, old number, municipal door number, and government Jamindar, and type of crop car housing site, source of irrigation, and also class and sort of land, and the rates, and the type of area or remarks or type of construction of houses, and the extent of area. So all details will be there, and name of the household owner, the title owner, and name of his father. So if it is a flat area, that means the total land, if it is 10 cents or 15 cents is a plot, flat has been constructed, then the undivided share of the flat should be reflected in the plot. So all the names should reflect, because in the case of flats, it is only undivided share of the land. Now, if you find that with your old number, if there is no change in the survey number, this title will reflect your name and the details about your house. That means your E-Patta is perfect. Suppose if you find it is different name and different person's title, that means there are 2 possibilities. One is at the time of computerization, since many people have not responded, they have gone by the Patta name available in the earlier manual system and not transferred subsequently, or there is a resurvey. To know about the resurvey or the present number, you have to take a copy of the land revenue receipt paid earlier and take it to the corporation office, where they will indicate to you the resurvey number, and once again you will have to go through this process which I have indicated earlier and get a copy of the E-Patta. In case you find that the Patta is not transferred in your name and still it is in the name of the seller, Please do not worry. Now the option is very simple. Once again, you select through your browser e-services. In the first option is the apply online Patta trans. The prescribed charges for this is rupees 60 whether with subdivision or not. The moment you click this option to enter the mobile number, and they will give an OTP, and based on the OTP you have to provide all the details. In this transfer of Patta, they have covered all the details, whether it is the original deed or settlement deed or partition deed or gift deed or exchange deed or relinquishment deed, whatever be the type of deed, you enter the full details along with identification, government identification like Aadhaar card for your personal identification and that of the address. And once you provide that, transfer of Patta will be in your name, and after that take a copy along with the last land revenue paid and to the taluk office and pay the difference. Now let us see what are the taxes available. There are 4 basic tax. One is the property tax. This property tax has to be paid to the corporation or to the municipality for the town in where it is your house is located. This property tax is to be paid twice a year, 6 months during April and or during October. But in some areas there is also a facility to pay for the whole year. So during April, ensure that you are paying the property tax every year, because now after some days they may charge penalty for late payment also. But in some corporations, if you are possessing a vacant plot where a house is not constructed, for example, this area was an adjacent village which now, because of the extension of corporation or town municipality, this vacant plot in those areas, earlier nobody was paying any tax, but now for vacant land also you have to pay the property tax or water tax from 2016 onwards. So check up with Chennai Corporation has got a separate site. Please visit that site and select the appropriate area and find out what are the charges which are in arrears. Next one, very important, is the water tax. The water tax is charged once in 3 months, 4 times a year. It is a quarterly bill. So every quarter, you need not go to the municipality or corporation. Online itself, under TN Urban ePay, you can pay the taxes, one by registering in that site or using the option Quick Pay, and you can pay the periodical water taxes through online facility. For certain corporations like Chennai, where sewage and water taxes are to be paid even for vacant plot. Now for the third one is the electrical charges. You can pay that once you have constructed a house and got electricity connection. The charges, applicable charges, are to be paid every bi-month. That means once in 2 months you have to pay the electricity charge. The fourth and very important factor which many people are not aware is that it is called the land revenue tax. In Tamil it is called as kisti. This was ₹5 earlier. Now it is ₹10 per year. Many people who have constructed a house and been paying the property tax, water tax and electricity charges, they have not paid the land revenue tax of ₹5 earlier, and now it is ₹10 per year. It is absolutely mandatory that you have to visit the taluk office where the plot is situated and pay the land revenue tax once in every year after June 30th. So it is an annual payment which you have to pay. And these are the important documents. For paying the land revenue tax, please get a copy of the latest e-Patta and the last revenue tax you have paid for the plot. Even if it is a flat, you have to pay the land tax for the undivided share of the land. So once you complete this periodically every year, the documentation in respect of your house is complete. The last one is the 13 years nil encumbrance certificate. Many of you may ask, why 13 years for a nil encumbrance certificate? There are two types of charges created on the land. One is by registered mortgage and the second is called as equitable mortgage or simple deposit of title deed and all the connected documents. Whenever you are taking a loan from the bank, please remember to take a copy of all the documents, your original title deeds, Patta, nil encumbrance for 13 years and all the revenue receipts. Please keep a copy in your personal custody with full narration that this has been, because these days many people, if unfortunately something happens, the family members may not know where the documents are kept. So you keep these documents, and the limitation period for a registered mortgage is 30 years, but for deposit of title deeds it is 12. So we take 13 years nil encumbrance certificate so that the documents are perfect in all respects. So kindly ensure that all the taxes are paid periodically and the documents are kept in continuity. Encumbrance certificate, just select the login ID tnreginet.gov.in. Once you select this registration department login site, you will find that there is an option for user registration. Using your mobile number and OTP, select a username and password, and then you have to, once the citizen identification number CIN is created, you can log in with those details, and then if you see that there will be an option called as e-services. In that e-services, the second option is encumbrance certificate. Once you click that option, you will find the last option as view encumbrance certificate. Once you click that, you will take it to this page where you will have to provide the zones. The entire Tamil Nadu has been divided into so many zones, and for example, Kanyakumari comes under the Tirunelveli zone, and once you select Tirunelveli, you will get the district, all the districts listed under that zone, and under Kanyakumari, you have to select the sub-registrar's office and you have to give the EC start date, EC end date. But in many of the sub-registrar office, this has been uploaded from 2021. If you want to get the nil encumbrance certificate earlier, you have to visit the concerned taluk office. Now you provide the village number, survey number, subdivision number, and click the option add and provide the number captcha in the respective column and submit. Your encumbrance certificate will come in PDF form. You can print the form. In case you don't have a printer, just click the option print option. This automatically will give you an option to save it in the folder as you want. In case if any clarification is required, you can write to me or give a message. Thank you very much.